Greetings everyone. I am Tibagaya Perez, a farm stew trainer here in Uganda. Today we are going to learn about a tip tap. A tip tap is a hand washing station, but a mobile one. It is always good for us to clean our hands whenever we get in contact with dirty things. For example, you have gone to the toilet or latrine, you have to come back and clean your hands, because it means that you have been objected to something dirty. It is always good for us to clean our hands whenever we are going to eat, because it's always good for us to eat with clean hands. Sometimes it's always difficult for us to know if we have germs in our hands, because sometimes whenever we look in our hands, we always see them, they are very clean. But my dear, sometimes our hands are dirty when we don't know. And when you get a chance to look in the microscope, you realize that there are some germs in your palms, your hands. So here, we are going to see how we relate a tip tap with these other hand washing stations. It is good to wash our hands, but sometimes whenever we touch on things like this, like a jerry can, you want to wash your hands and you touch here, there are some germs on this jerry can, and there are also some other germs that we always leave on the jerry can. So whenever you touch here and you're washing hands, and whenever you touch and you wash hands, it means you are washing as well as dirtying your hands. You are washing, cleaning your hands, but some other dirty things are still on this jerry can. But a tip tap is kind of different, that you wash your hands when you are not even touching on any single thing. You only use your leg as you press it, and you wash your hands to clean them. So here today, we are going to see how we dirty our hands whenever we use things that are different from a tippy tap. We are having here a jerry can, a clean jerry can, as you can see, and we have here in our polythene, we have charcoal. So here in our jerry can, there is some good water, the water that we are going to use when cleaning our hands. So I pour some little charcoal in my hands, and this charcoal will be used to dirt my hand very well. I want to darten my hand very well, and we see how it will look like when I clean it. Now, as you all see, my hands are dirty. So I want to clean my hands using this jerry can, and I can do very well like this. So I touch on this jerry can to wash my hands. The first touch has already exposed this jerry can to some other prints of the charcoal. As you can see here, the jerry can is already dirty, but I'm trying to wash my hands. So here, I'm washing my hands. Again, I touch. After touching, I clean my hands. Again, I touch. I have finished to clean my hands very well. As you can see, they are now clean hands. As you can see, my hands are now clean. As they are clean, now the germs that have been on my hands have now gone to the jerry can. As you can see, now the jerry can, the whole jerry can is dirty. But the essence of washing my hands was to clean my hands well. It wasn't intentional for me to leave germs on this jerry can. So now, as you can see, I finished to clean my hands, and here I have to put back the cover of the jerry can and get the jerry can in my hands. I position it back. Now, after positioning it back, I have exposed myself to the germs that I had already left on this jerry can. I'm going back with my germs unknowingly, because I had already put germs on this jerry can whenever I touched the jerry can. As you can see, the spots of charcoal are still on this jerry can. That's how germs are spread whenever we use things like this. But the tip tap is kind of different. Demonstrate to you how we make a good tip tap for us to clean our hands. Thank you. Now here we are going to illustrate how we make a mobile tip tap. I'm here with my colleague Mugabe Stephen, a pharmacy trainer, and we are together going to demonstrate how to make a good tip tap. Now here we are having our 5-liter jerry can. It's where we keep our water. The water that we wash our hands is always kept in this 5-liter jerry can. And we also have here the strings. The strings are attached on our sticks whenever we are washing, as we will all see when we are demonstrating. We have here a cutter. It is always used to cut the strings whenever we want to cut something. And we have soap. As we all know, soap is used to clean our hands. We have these nails. The nails are used to pierce, to put a hole on the cover of the jerry can to provide space for the strings to pass through, and even to create a hole for the water that we are always going to wash our hands from, where the water will be passing. We have a hammer. As we all know, a hammer is used to hammer. Yeah, it's going to be used together with the nails to we have a panga. A panga is always also used to shape well the sticks that we are going to use in making our tip taps. Now we have this bottle. This bottle, sometimes when we don't use soap, we use ash. And when we are going to use wood ash, it is always good for us to get a simple bottle and we cut it. When we cut the bottle, we keep our ash from in the bottle, and we always take that ash to wash our hands together with water. So we are going to demonstrate to you how to make a good tippy tap. We place these sticks on either sides. They have to be parallel, as we are all seeing. And then we apply this swale, as we are seeing here. It is always good for us to step well so that it stands firm. Now here we are having one stick is forked, it is hooked, and the other one is not hooked, but it's always good for us to use a hooked stick, because it's always simple. You just place on top of the stick, but here we didn't get the hooked stick, so we are going to use any of the sticks we have. It's always recommendable to use forked ones, but if you don't have, it's okay. Stephen is hammering the tippy tap. Stephen has hammered these nails in these logs that we have put inside the swale, and he is going to place a stick. Here, Stephen has hammered these two nails in an angle of 45 degrees, so that the stick is well placed inside here. We are going to make it's like a semi-mobile tip tap that whenever we want to take back our jerry can, we can remove it like this and take it back inside. Here in Uganda, we do that because sometimes people who sell scrap always steal these things. So that's why we use such a method. The use of this small hole is to hold the tippy tap whenever we place it like this, whenever we try to pull it down. Stephen has already finished to cut well our bottle, and he's going to place it here, the way he's doing. Now after doing that, we bring, this is our soap dish. We bring our soap and place it in the soap dish, so that whenever we are trying to clean our hands, we just get the soap, you put it in, you scrub it in the hands, then you wash your hands like Stephen is doing. Exactly. So this is how we can fight germs using a tippy tap. And as you have seen, we haven't touched anywhere when we were washing our hands. I have not touched on the jerry can to leave the germs there, but I have just touched on the soap. And when I touched on the soap, I touched no other place on my tip tap, as you can see. So this is how the tip tap is useful compared to other hand washing stations. We have to dig a simple hole targeting where the water shall be going so that it doesn't sprinkle around. to dirty our legs again. So it's always good for us to apply even some gravels. Apply some simple gravels inside so that whenever water goes inside, it doesn't sprinkle around. So this is how we can prevent germs using a tippy tap. Clean hands are always good for us. Thank you very much, our dear viewers. Thanks for watching as we are still bringing you more of these videos. May God bless you all.